So, so it's me, your boy K Samson. So I'm here to talk about what uh, some categories of what person. Yes, I'm not saying everyone. Some categories. Today we have a lot of good men and good women out there, but the problem here is that the bad ones have not given us the privilege to identify the good ones. Believe me, there was a time that I was, communicating with one of our friend. Just that I don't have chance like that, because every time, even when I'm working, I'm always busy. Even those days, even till now, for me to call my parents, or less on Sunday like that, or maybe I just come back from work after working, after bathing, just like within that 5:30 to 6 o'clock. Once it sees something, I'm already out to shoot a video. You know what I'm saying? So it comes to a point, anytime that I'm at work, that's when I will have chance to call this or this lady. So and she's not, we are not related like that. It's just a friend. I just take her as a sister. So it come to a point where I was calling her and people around me were making us. She said, does that mean you don't have respect? If you want to call me, you should do what? Respect the way you respect your videos, because you can't do video when people are what? When people are making noise. I was shocked. I said, what kind of word is this? That means I should respect you the way I respect my own fiction. That means I should create a time. She made the word. She said I should totally would create a time for her, that if I want to talk with her. I was shocked. She asked me a question. He said, okay, for instance, you want to make a video. I hope you do used to have time to create, you create time to do your video and all those stuff. I say yes. He said, oh, that is the same way you should also create time for me. I was shocked. Even my own parents, I can just be walking on the street and be making call with them. They don't quarrel, they don't even argue with me. They don't tell me, why are you making call in the road, or I'm hearing the sound of motorcycle, the sound of cars. Why are you making call with us like that? Someone whom I just take as a friend. Imagine if you are dating such old lady. Yes, sorry to say this word. I know that it may look like I'm doing this, but I'm trying to let some ladies out there know that respect is all it takes to keep a man. Yes, it's not love. If you can't respect a man, you can never keep it. You know what I'm saying? Today a lot of us make confused. And when I mean we are confused between love and what and respect. That is why we keep jumping from one relationship to another. Imagine if I'm dating that person, with that word, I may even be afraid to continue. Yes, that is just the far truth. Because if for example now I'm at work and I decide to call her to hear how she is doing, or how my baby is doing, suddenly she will make that statement. That will do what? That may upset me. So what am I trying to say is this: let's learn how to be what? To be nice, to give respect to men up there. Yes, I know that there are also men who don't who don't love their wife. Men ought not to respect. All that they ought to do is just to love you. That is why the Bible said, man should do what? Love her wife the way Christ loved the church, according to Philippians, if I'm not making mistake. So what am I trying to say is this: let's learn how to do what? To love, to do what? To respect, to give respect to men. So when she said this word, I was shocked. That means I should value I should value you more than the work that I'm doing, the work that that I have created more than 5 years before having your own contact. So what am I trying to say is this: we have a lot of toxic women up there, and that is the main reason why many men today are afraid to enter into relationship. Just believe me, I'm not lying. The another thing is this: we have billions, millions of what good women out there, but they are so hard to do or to find. Believe me, they will have a lot of good women out there, women who is ready to reciprocate, women who is ready to respect, women who is ready to care, women who is ready to do or to be obedient to their husband. There was a day I was communicating with, in our place, as we are just joking and laughing. So one lady just opened up her mouth, and said, in my house I'm the one who do it, who who do what, who control. My husband don't control. I was shocked. I said, are you married? He said no. It's my wow. That is why a lot of people today are in relationship, thinking that they are fooling the man, not knowing that they are fooling themselves. After I have narrated with her, she was shocked. Here in Italy, there was a friend that I do used to mingle with. Anytime that I go to her house, she will just be with phone like this. She will just be pressing phone like this. The man will be cooking, be pressing phone. Then I asked her, and the man can even be washing kitchen, toilet, and she will just be with her phone, busy doing nothing, watching what, watching Facebook, watching some pictures, and the man will be up there, cleaning some toilet and all those stuff, even the floor, everything, maintaining the dog. Then it got to a point where I was so tired because we have already become like a family. Then I asked her, how long have you been in a relationship with this man? She said 12 years. That is when I dropped my phone. I said, what are you waiting for before you realize that you are wasting your time with this man? And you are thinking that you are using her? You are using him, I mean to say? The man and he suddenly one day tell me what he said. Something, I'm the one who tell my boyfriend what to do. I command him, which is true. I saw everything. That is why many of my friends then do used to tell me, Samson, you have a lot of friends, you have a lot of people, all this babe around. Why is it that you are afraid to date them? Why is it that you are afraid to mingle with them? And you are not, despite that you are ugly. And you still have a lot of friends like this, you ought to choose someone even to learn their language. And when you have a girlfriend, it become easier for you to learn their language, because 24 hours you can also be around her, be communicating, and she can also have time to teach you their own language. So I was sure, but what made me to become afraid is because of what I saw. Because you can't see a knife on your head and you'll just be waiting for it to cut you before you do what you run. You can't see arrow throw on you, coming direct to you. You will just be standing like this without trying to make escape or move away. So what am I trying to say is this: we have a lot of toxic women who make life become miserable for women, for men. That is why today I tell the woman, the woman that I was, joking with before, we were just laughing. She said she's the one that control the man. I asked her, how long have you been with this man? She repeated. I said, if you go up there, you see a lot of men who are dating women like 13 years, 14 years, and not knowing that the reason why they don't want to marry them is because of what, their character. Sorry to say this, but it's just because of character. Because one, and another thing is the fear of the law of government. Yes, because today now, if a woman want to become independent, once they are born, once they are married, they are already independent. Because one, if you divorce them, you will be paying tax. That is what one of my master tell me where I do used to work. He said something. Be careful with when it comes to marriage, when it comes to anything. And the worst part of it is this: if you are worthy and you marry a woman, once she divorce you, she have like 2 to 3 children, you are gone. You will just be paying tax every monthly. You will just be paying tax. And that is why a lot of ladies now believe that living alone is better than being with a man, because the money that they will earn in not being with you will be enough for them to live for the rest of their life. But the problem is this: A child that is being brought up by a woman is not the same with a child that what two people bring up with, because what their father will teach them is totally different from what the woman will teach them. You get what I'm saying? So there are different categories. That is why we have a lot of things now that are moving. They are now frustrating our what the children. They are now frustrating a lot of children because what they ought to gain from their father, what they ought to gain from their parents is totally different. I mean their own father. Because today the law that government have placed on marriage is the cost of many divorces. So if you check the rate of divorce in your in your state, in your country, you come to understand that if the population of of your of your country is like 8, the population of divorces yearly is up to 2. Is if the population is like 8, people who are divorced will be up to 2 or 4 that are divorced. Why? Because government have make that boundary to do or to make life become harder for men and make life become what miserable for what for the children. Because how, why do I say this? The father ought to train up their child. That's why the Bible says train up your own child in the way that they will live. It didn't say the woman only, say train up. That means the two should do or should come together, unite, and give them that word, that foundation. And the Bible says if the foundation is being destroyed, that means if they lack that further foundation, it will be what of difficult for them to learn it from outside. You know what I'm saying? So what am I trying to say is this: the cost of all these things are what are disrespectful. When women start to disrespect their men. So say today, say this, my amazing word, women. Yes, I know that there are a lot of what toxic men out there who will not be satisfied with their own women. Yes, there was a man that I met one day. I asked her, why do you leave your, why do you leave your what, your babe? And the woman was so handsome, was so beautiful, so cute. I said, why do you leave her? He said, because I cheated. I said, why can't, how could you do that? You have an amazing and a beautiful wife like this. And what do you find attractive outside that you can't see in her? You know what I'm saying? That is why a lot of things, because some people will just, that is why today we have a lot of people who will just love you with emotion. There was a time that I visited a supermarket. The year that I come here, 2019, I be 2020. Me and my friend just went for shopping. The moment I enter, like, with singlet like this, the next thing the lady there just start to say, this guy is new in this place. I love him. I was just shocked. And the girl just knew me like this. Say, I love this guy. And I look around, I look everywhere. I was alone there. And my friends was not there. Another time, I still come alone. The same thing. To a point where if I want to talk with her friends, communicate with her friend, because anywhere I enter, I love to make friends. So if I want to talk with her friends, she will just be like, she want to stop me from talking with them, from communicating with them. Then when I realized her own word option, then I said this lady love me. Then I decided to ask her a question. So I asked her a question. I said, do you have a boyfriend? Then that day we talk, we do stuff. She didn't respond to the question, but we talk. So after that, after like 1 year, then I still repeat the same thing. I said, do you have a boyfriend? She said, yes, I have a boyfriend. I said, okay, you have a boyfriend, and that means there's no need of you acting the way you are acting. She was shocked that I know what she was up to. So what am I trying to say is this: we have a lot of people out there who will never be satisfied with what they have, and that is why a lot of marriages are ending to what today. Sorry for this word. I'm very, very sorry, but that is just the fact truth. If you are an emotion to someone, just let them know that that is not love. Because sometimes the reason why a lot of marriage are what are end today, because we do what we include the word the red flag. Yes, we include the word the red flag that is being shown to us, direct or indirect. We see a lot of sign that this person don't love me, this person don't do this. The only thing that they have in mind is just what emotion. That is not love, because there's difference between love and emotion. So a lot of women or a lot of men will just see how beautiful a woman is, they'll just lost themselves. A lot of men will see how handsome a man is, they will just lose themselves. Not people like me. I'm not talking, don't just look at me. I'm not talking about me, because I'm one of the ugliest person in the world, in the planet. So what am I trying to say is this: a lot of toxic men and toxic women have made life become unbearable for the good men and good women. Yes, we have a lot of good men out there who is ready to take care of the women as a king and queen, who is ready to protect the women, but the bad ones have not given them the chance. There was a time when I was in school, so there was a friend that I do used to work with. Imagine my own friends betrayed me because of woman, and they thought that I was interested of her. They'll just go on my back, be telling her, Samson is dating this one, Samson is dating this one. They don't know that all my mind is just to make people happy. You know what I'm saying? So what I have time for is just my fiction, which is what you are saying. You know what I'm saying? That is just all, nothing else. My job, that is all. I don't have time to to be spending and walking around, calling this. No, no, no. All I focus is just my dream. And that does not deprive me from making with friends. So what am I trying to say is this: we have a lot of toxic men and toxic women, and they are the reason why life are making hard for others. We have a lot of toxic women up there who will do anything to frustrate a man. And that there was a time that one man, a couples, they were fighting. So something strange happened. So after that, some of my friends were asking me, Samson, are you sure that we will be able to do or to put our head in marriage? This is the question that they asked. We were many there. Some people were saying, Samson, today what couples is becoming another thing. Do you think that it will be easy for men to enter? Because the moment they start to argue, the next thing is that the woman herself carry a word, carry something to hit the man. Everyone was so shocked. A woman who's supposed to run so that other people will protect her, she's now the one that carries something to hit the man, to kill the man. He's telling the man, I will kill you. That is, if you find a cool woman, what I mean, a gentle woman up there, hold her tight. Yes, even if she is broke, she don't have nothing, hold her. Because today world, the toxic women will make your life miserable. You will be outside, be happy, but when you come inside, that's why the Bible says it is better to live on top of a roof than to live with what a toxic and what an argue with woman, nagging woman. You know what I'm saying? So let's be careful. This is all I have for you, brothers. Remain blessed and may God bless you. And if you are a toxic woman up there, remember that the way you ride your bicycle is the way you will drive it. So let's change that mentality of trying to overrule. You know what I'm saying? Because that have kept a lot of people single. Yes, believe me. Even the Bible have already make it clear. Let it not be like in your life, like Judas Iscariot. The Bible have already make it clear in the book of Isaiah that a time is coming that what women will just be asking their men, please, can you marry me, just to bear your name. You know what I'm saying? So let's be careful, so that word, that prophecy, that word will not will not be in us, will not perform in us like the way it worked in the days of Judas Iscariot. You know what I'm saying? So may God bless you. Remember this, and don't forget to subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget to subscribe.